Okay, here we are with our lesson today. We are going to be looking at prime and composite numbers. Our learning goal for the day is going to be identifying prime and composite numbers. So what we need to do now is figure out what a prime number is. So a prime number is a natural number, and a natural number is any positive number that you learned to count with back when you were in grade 1, 2, 3, maybe last year. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's positive numbers, positive whole numbers, not fractions or decimals. Okay, so that's a natural number. Prime numbers are natural numbers that are divisible by exactly, this is important, natural numbers that are divisible by exactly two natural numbers. And the natural numbers that it's divisible by are 1 and itself. Okay? For example, if we have the number, let's take the number 3. Okay? The number 3, okay, has 1 and 3 as its factors. Okay? So 1 times 3 equals 3. Okay? Or 3 is divided by 3. And 3 is divided by 1. So it has factors of 1 and 3. Okay? These are what make 3 a prime number. Okay? There's no other natural number, there's no other whole number that is divisible by 3 that you get that divides into it evenly. So let's take another number, the number 2. The number 2 is divisible by 1. This is 2 divided by 1 equals 2. Okay? And 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And there is no other natural number that 2 is divisible by. 2 is actually very special because it's the only even number that is a prime number. Because any other even number can be divided by 2, and therefore no other even number is a prime number. Which brings us to, let's look at the number 4. Okay, it's an even number. We know it's not a prime number. Okay, but let's just take a look at what 4 is divisible by. 4 is divisible by 1. 4 is divisible by 4. Okay, because all numbers are divisible by 1 and itself. And also, 4 is divisible by 2. So we can see here that we have 1, 2, 3 numbers that it's divisible by. So 4 is not a prime number. 4 is actually, just pull this up here. Whoa, all the way here. So 4 is actually a composite number. And we don't need to write number there. Let's just write 4 is composite. And a composite number is a natural number. Again, any whole number that you can count up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up. So it's a natural number that is divisible by 3 or more numbers. There we go. Whoa, I don't know how I did that. A little magic happening. So a prime number is a number that has... Whoa. And look at that. Look at that horrible spelling too. Good thing this is a math lesson and not a language lesson. In the future, these videos will look much more impressive than this one. Oh my goodness. I'm just ruining everything now. Auto text. So, let's go over this again. Prime numbers are natural numbers that are divisible by exactly two natural numbers, okay? And that is 1 in itself. For example, we have here the number 3, okay? It has numbers 1 and 3 that can divide into it evenly to give you two natural numbers of 1 and 3, okay? So there's no other number. 2, okay, is a prime number because it has two natural numbers divided into it evenly, 1 and 2. And we have 4 is a composite number whose natural numbers is divisible by 3 or more numbers. In this case, we have 3 numbers. Let's look at a couple more examples just so that we can be clear on what a prime and composite number are. Let's look at the number 7. So the number 7, okay, we know just like any other number that it's going to be divisible by 1 in itself, because every number is. So we have two factors. We have 7 divided by 1 equals 7, okay, and then we have 7 divided by 7 equals 1, so it kind of works back. Okay, and in grade 7 you might remember the factor rainbow. That'll help you figure out what numbers you're looking at, what they're divisible by. Okay, because these are the 1 and 7 are the factors of 7. Okay, that's it. 1 times 7 equals 7, and then 7 times 1, we don't have to write that down, equals 7. Okay, so 2. If we look at this, we might say like, okay, let's try the number 2. 7 divided by 2 equals, I'm not exactly sure what, but it is not, it's 3.5, I think it is. That is not a whole number. It's not a natural number. Okay, so 7 divided by 2 equals 3.5. Okay, this number right here is not a natural number because of the decimal. So this is not divisible by 7. 2 is not divisible by 7, so it's not one of our factors. Okay, 3 divided by 7, that doesn't work either. 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work. So we only have two factors, 1 and 7, which makes 2 a prime number. Okay, so now that the bat phone rang, hang on, bat phone's ringing again. Okay, so let's look at the number 9. We know that, actually let me change the color here. We know that all even numbers are composite numbers because they'll be divisible by 1 in itself and the number 2. Okay, but let's take a look at the number 9. Okay, because this is an odd number. The number 9 is divisible by 1 and itself. We can write those down right away. So 1 times 9, or 9 times 1, equals 9. So we know that those are factors of, and they are divisible by the number 9, or number 9 and number 1. Other numbers, let's take a look. 2 divided by 9, because that doesn't work. We know that because it is an odd number. So 2 is not. Let's look at the next number, 3. So we have 3, okay, times 3. Okay, 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 is a, let's just so we're not confused here. Oh, I did something horribly wrong on my end. Let's just scratch that out. So 3 is I'm horrible. 3 is a factor of 9. Okay, 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Okay, 3 times 3 equals 9. So 3 is a factor. 3 is divisible by 9. So we know that 9 has 3 factors, or 3 numbers it's divisible by. 1, 2, 3, which makes 9 a composite number. Okay, so 7's a prime number. 9 is a composite number. Okay, so just because it might be an odd number, it doesn't mean that it's a prime number, because there could be other factors that add up to it.